Hello Scorpio, how are you? Welcome back everybody who's listening or watching. Thank you very much for all your support and also for sharing and liking with family and friends and colleagues. Well, this is your reading for the 13th to the 19th of February 2023. We are moving into Pisces at the end of the week, around the 20th, 21st, depending on which hemisphere you are living. Also, we have the full moon in Leo, and the planets around this full moon is Mars, the planet of war and arguments, so be careful. Also, it is a sort of a fiery energy this week, you can see this back in the tarot readings as well. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So those are the few things that I just wanted to announce. And also remember, there is Valentine's Day today, this week. So I wonder whether anybody is waiting for messages from Valentine. You come in with the Fool, and the Fool means that you could have a new beginning. So be open to new things happening. Also have faith in yourself as others have faith in you. Definitely also with the Fool, I always warn people, be careful of foolish people around you. This could be that somebody could be immature or could be scared or could be foolish, so be careful. Also have more faith in yourself, trust yourself more and watch out by not being foolish. What I mean to say is, if you're doing research or if somebody tells you something, don't believe the first thing that somebody tells you. Just do the research yourself and make sure that you have all the information. As the Fool was born from a cave, he has no life knowledge or life experience. So that's why he has to listen to his intuition. How do you listen to your intuition? I'm hearing somebody asking. Well, sit quietly, and that's what we call meditation. You can just sit quietly and just think, let thoughts come into your mind. Don't force anything. If you ask a question, shall I go to town today, buy a dress or a trouser pants, for example, just taking a hypothetical example, then just sit quietly and ponder. Just what can you do with a dress? What can you do with a trouser suit? Like your brain might start activating or might be activated to say, well, I can use the blazer on a skirt, or I can just use the blazer, or I can separate the trouser suit and use the pants. Things like that. So you will get the answer, and by just thinking about it and letting your mind ponder on a question, that is when you get your answer through intuition. And also the subconscious coming forward to the conscious. So try that as an exercise. Also, it can start as simple as that. Also, I hope you have watched my new review on the beginner's tarot, because that is absolutely what I am wishing to do. I'll be making a separate video on that, how you can use the cards and how you can use all the other symbols on the cards. It is next week. I'll be using it for the weeklies. You're the first to know this, and I'll just show you how you can use the cards. You don't necessarily even have to learn the tarot, but they're great fun. So don't be foolish, have faith in yourself, and also trust yourself that you can take this leap into the deep. Okay, take this leap of faith because you are ready to do it. Underneath the Fool's card, we have the Death card. The Fool's card means a new beginning. The Death card also means a new beginning, but first there has to be a cycle finishing. Usually there is already the essence that something is going to end. Then you will be in transition and transformation. You don't just go from one phase into the next. They usually collide, or the finish is nearing the end and something new is already starting. It never rains, it always pours. Anyway, that's my experience. Also, with the Death card, you remember you might be finishing off a phase of life, or a job, or something in particular, an idea, and you are stuck. You feel empty. You feel lost, because where there is a void, you always feel lost. So if there is a void, then sit down, think about what you can do next, or what you want to do next. Mate, stop it. That's the cat. That's a Siamese cat. And so think, could you start, or what can you pick up to continue and finish it to perfection, completion. So you're no longer the caterpillar, you are the butterfly. So reach for the sky and fly. So definitely some of you could be branching out into something new, or in something that you are already doing. Going on to the next level. You could be meeting or dealing with a Scorpio, as the Death card represents Scorpio. That's the all over information. But you come in the week and with the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody that advises, or usually it could be a professional like a bookkeeper, it could be a teacher, it could be a professor, it could be a doctor, it could be a lawyer, an advocate, anybody like that that works or represents an institution or a municipality, governmental institution. This could be also that you could be dealing with authorities like the police. You might all of a sudden have a parking ticket, and so you have to deal with letters or information from the authorities. Here we've got the taking time out card. You could be taking time out like a weekend away or a midweek. The Four of Swords means taking time out, and I already started with meditation, taking time out for yourself. Just quietly sit and wander and ponder. So you could be taking time out to decide on this new beginning, or perhaps two new beginnings, because both these cards, the Death and the Fool, means a new beginning. Perhaps you need to have more information with regards to a situation, especially if it is a judicial situation. Excuse me. So you could be seeking legal advice, professional advice. Perhaps you might want to start a family, so this could be a medical advisor. Or it could be a person that is mature, that is also well read, and that you trust and love, like a father figure or even a mother figure. You've got the Four of Wands midweek, so this means that you could be getting a proposal, and I think Valentine's Day is on Wednesday, the 14th. In fact, it is on the Tuesday, so Tuesday evening, Wednesday, you could expect a proposal. Some of you might be getting asked to go get married or take the hand in marriage. Perhaps you might already be a little bit superstitious about that, but there could be a proposal. So some of you could be getting engaged or could be getting married. The Four of Wands also represent the four corners of a house. A house is built on proper foundations. So this means that something stable, because four also means stability and productivity. Something stable is coming into your life. This could be the marriage, but this could also be a job or a new house. as this card represents moving home or getting married. Celebrations if you are already married. You could be invited to a wedding. You'll meet people at these gatherings, and some of these people could become business partners or good friends. And these friendships will be built on solid foundations. You've also got the King of Cups here, and he does represent love, passion. So it could be new passion or passion turning into long term. This is also could be Cancer prominently, but don't forget Scorpio. You've got Scorpio in your reading and Cancer prominently, but don't forget Pisces. And we are going into Pisces. So that could be an indication of Pisces time, could be very significant. Stability or productivity could be happening in Pisces. So if it's not happening on Valentine's Day, the proposal, it could even happen in Pisces time. I'm hearing somebody saying to me he is away and he can't propose on Valentine's Day in the way he would like to, because he's a nurturing, caring, loving person, and he does want to make it long term, but he's not here to do the official question. So you might hear it through the grapevine or through the web, okay? For some of you, it will be turning out a little bit later. There's definitely a lot of love and passion in and around you this week. If you meet a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is a man that will nurture you and take care of you and understands what nurturing is all about. He's a great provider, but he's got his emotions under control because he's got the status of the king. So definitely doing business, he will have his business head on his shoulders. He won't let his heart rule his mind or his mind his heart. At the end of the week, you've got the Ace of Wands, Scorpio. This means that there could be new passion, or this can be with a person, but this can also be a new hobby. You might meet somebody on Valentine's Day or at the weekend taking time out, and this could be your new Valentine, a new love affair breaking in. Number 1 means a new beginning. Again, a new beginning like the Death card and the Fool card. You could be meeting an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Definitely new beginnings, but set your boundaries and know other people's boundaries. Set your boundaries, start as you mean to go on. Now there could also be somebody that is pushing your buttons or pulling your strings, as we've got the Devil card underneath the Ace of Wands. Definitely somebody does not know your boundaries or does not respect your boundaries, as with the two people here are tied up to the Devil. The Devil could be a manipulative person or a person that has an addiction or bad habits. Could be sex, drugs and rock and roll, but it could also be that somebody is burning the candle at both ends, partying all day and all night, and they're not considering your feelings. So be careful of somebody that has addictions or bad habits. Also tell them to stop it and seek professional advice, because you cannot help them because you're too emotionally entwined. Definitely this is the Devil card also represents Capricorn, so there could be a Capricorn coming in, perhaps a Capricorn with a rising sign or a moon sign, moon fire, so that is Sagittarius, Aries or Leo. Now there could be some clashes at the weekend, but these clashes or disagreements, as you've got the Five of Wands, means be careful, okay? Set your boundaries. Also, usually it means that they're short-lived, these disagreements. But don't play their game, because it is lying close to the fire. Don't get burnt, the Ace of Wands, and it's lying close to the Devil. So don't get burnt. Stand your ground and don't let anybody pull your heartstrings, especially, or push your buttons. Don't be somebody's dog body or skivvy. Disagreements can turn out into arguments, but definitely with the energy around you of new beginnings and people that love you, advisors, father figures, mother figures, and also that new beginning, they could be surprised. You might be stepping away. That's the feeling I'm getting here. If this disagreement turns into argument with the involvement of Mars, then definitely that will be the ending. I feel, look, I said you're no longer the caterpillar, but the butterfly, and here you've got the butterfly. I don't know whether you can see it. It's just daunting on me now. I'm seeing it now, the little butterfly, but also the big butterfly. I hope you can see that. There you go. So you are definitely turning into a butterfly. You're more self-assured, more self-certain. So you're not standing for somebody's childish blackmail tricks. Definitely. You are beating the competition, because this Five of Wands means competition. It also means getting more conscious of what you want, beating the competition. So getting there, getting the information, and literally taking your information into action and beating the competition. Now some of you could be moving away, like I said, as you've got the Six of Swords, moving away from difficult times or heavy times, and you're going to quieter waters. You're not sticking around for anybody to push your buttons or pull your heartstrings. You want true love. You don't want passion, just passion. That is not long lasting, and you know that, and I'm certain they know that as well. So you're taking back control. If you are finding yourself in such a situation, remember this is a general reading, so it will not apply to all of you. Take from the reading that what you can. You don't want to compete with anybody else. Somebody's telling me here, somebody is competing with an unknown third party. You don't want to compete. You want true love. You don't just want fashion. You want something long term. You believe in the traditional way. The emperor can marry people. This could represent the justice of the peace. So definitely you are not hanging around with people that waste their time, your time. You could be moving home. You've definitely got two cards moving home. So you don't really want to move in. You want the traditional thing. You want to get married and get that house. Do the things in the right order. Well, some of you could have already got the marriage appointment and got the wedding reception organized and the dress, etc., etc. And now you're ready to move in even before the marriage, because you've already made the dates. Okay, so definitely moving forward, you could even be going on holiday, like I said. This could also be the honeymoon. This can also be a cruise, or you could be crossing water. You could be going across the lake or the river or across water. You might be going on holiday, if you're living in England, in Europe. If you are, you could be going for the day, a weekend away to France with the ferry. That's a boat, the ferry boat, and it's quite close. But all over the world we've got ferries, or we've got bridges that we have to cross or go on to cross over water. In the name of love. Now, talking about bridges, and all of a sudden I see somebody walking across a bridge, and I'm hearing somebody says, don't get stressed out, cross that bridge when you come to it. Well, this week you might be crossing that bridge to get to it, because you've got to it. Okay. Your sacred calling leaves the impression of your soul on those you come across. It isn't just the what that matters, but also very important is the spirit in which you do each task. For instance, are you doing what makes you sing? It is a fallacy to think that you have to suffer for your vocation. Your soul longs to express your individual genius and to leave a handprint of divinity on this life. Stretch beyond what you previously thought was possible. Open your heart to the plans the divine has for you, usually revealed to you through your intuition. And we started off the reading with intuition and taking time out. Follow your extrasensory perception wholeheartedly to the healing places where dreams manifest. And this is the card of healing, the Four of Swords, taking time out to take a step back, regroup, and then come back even stronger and better. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that has a bad habit or addictions, taking time out. Remember, once they haven't got you anymore, they start realizing what they miss. So even a temporary break could be here for you. Some of you could already have separated, and now I see reconciliation. Some of you could be reconciliating on Valentine's Day. Someone from the past is returning to your life. They realize what they miss. Perhaps somebody might have been on had an addiction in the past. They went and sorted it out, and they're coming back. A new version. So be careful. Take it one step at a time. That's why you need to set your boundaries. If you want to take somebody back, it's going to be very difficult, because you might want to bring up old things, and it might not be the deal to do so. It's no good dragging a dead horse around. If you do reconciliate or want to reconciliate, then you mustn't drag old things out of the past. You must let the past go and give somebody the benefit of the doubt and show what they are made of now. All I'm saying is, be careful, give somebody a chance, but also realize a dog sheds his fur but not his tricks. They can learn new tricks. I've worked 22 years in the health sector as more positions and vocations, but mainly as an auxiliary nurse or a carer, and I've seen a lot. People can adjust, and people can learn new tricks and let their bad habits fall away, but it's like they always say, once an alcoholic or a junkie, you always remain an alcoholic or a junkie, or you have that in your genes because you were enslaved to it. And I know what I'm talking about, because I have tried to stop smoking several times, but if there's a stressful moment, then I'm back to smoking. So be careful, okay? Have a beautiful week, take care, and have a lovely Valentine's Day. Take care, bye-bye.